more people that will join us. Um, can you hear me okay? All right. I'm working with, it's really hard for me to clear my ears today. Bless you. Yeah, so I'm having a interesting experience with my Asian tubes. Yeah. Yeah, I have some theories, but I just want to share that. And so I might not be able to hear you, so I'll just do all the talking. And it really has me curious about like pressure, and how it is that we meet what we perceive, and I say it that way on purpose, as pressure, like perceived pressure. So, gosh, Tamala, yeah, even what we were just talking about, what I've been noticing as I'm like attempting to clear my ears is less is more. I can actually back off a little bit and just go really gentle with different breath or different movements and stay just shy from pushing into the edge of what I perceive as the edge. I actually can feel a little more wiggle room in my Asian tubes, and then a little more wiggle room in my body. So as we practice today, I want to invite us to play with that, because there is such this tendency to just like reach into the full extent. And we can do this and then like soften and then notice where we can actually access more of our vitality. Okay, so this spanda pulse of, and I say this often in class, but I really want to underscore it, of this organic extension and then just muscular contraction and then just softening into the space inside. Okay, does that sound all right? And really, like, we are a planetary process in motion. Right? So this embodiment, it's a verb. I'm just going to say it. Yes, we have a body, but this body, we're bodying. We're bodied. So I just really want to emphasize that as well. Like, this too shall pass. And wow, it's so amazing that we get to feel this sensation and then watch that sensation change. So in this, I'm gonna actually invite us all into a little bit of clearing of our ears, even if you don't feel the pressure that I might be feeling. But we'll do a little bit of pulling, like here, gently, again, gently, and we'll work with the puff O sound. So I really like working with sound in our practice, receiving the vibration of your own tone. So just watch this for a moment. Here's the puff O. Humming, cheeks puffed up, and you're receiving it through your whole body. But we'll do a little tiny kind of massaging, little kind of pulling, and just micro movements there with the puffed O. So I just wanted to show you that before we go in. Does that sound okay? All right, it's an exploration. Yeah. So let's go ahead and just come into a comfy seat. If you're not already here, and settle in, settle in, settle in. You want to have a blanket under your sit bones or a block, feel free. And when you're ready, just close down the eyes and we get to open up into this practice of pratyahara. Pratyahara. We withdraw our senses from the outer world and we open our senses inside. And as this happens, I invite you just to lean back into yourselves. Lean into your heart. Lean into your bones, your muscles, and your skin. Lean into planet Earth, the floor. Let Earth support you. And then lean into the space just above the crown of your head, a gentle lifting and then softening, shoulders back and down. And then relax into the root of your tongue, behind your eyes, into the deep ear canals, soften, into the deep hip canals, soften. From here, just invite and notice a full breath in. Let that fill your belly in all directions. Stay here through the nose. Exhale, soften the belly. Relax, release. A few more breaths just like this as we meet ourselves exactly where we are, right here, right now. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. We allow ourselves to feel in and through. And now gentle, we start to invite the breath to deepen, belly, maybe the diaphragm and the lungs. Exhale, gently empty, lungs, diaphragm, belly. It's this three-part yogic breath. We broaden and widen our awareness with our breath. And we catch this internal macro view through embodiment. And we immediately just notice sensation change as we land deeper into this moment. Please, 3 more breaths. The pathways of sensation, this moment unfolding, revealed. Thank you. We just slide our pointer finger kind of right in that soft, the inner ear, and then the thumbs kind of wrap around the backs of the earlobes, the backs of the ears. Let the shoulders roll back and down. And then just a gentle kind of pulling on one side. Maybe the head sways a little bit, the other side. Maybe there's a little bit of a floating feeling through the belly, the diaphragm, the chest. Any little ripples of movement here as we explore the puffed O hum. And just join me as you're ready. Maybe the head kind of has a little sway to the right and then the left. Lean back into the base of the skull. 2 more. Release the hands to the knees. Relax everything and feel. And then as we breathe in, the belly expands through the front of the pelvic bowl. We'll start to stir the pelvic bowl. Exhale, a little scoop of the tailbone. Gentle round through the inner sacrum, the back of the pelvic bowl. You can peek up here if that was confusing, but then just feel this in your body, and we're going to drop in puffed O through the pelvic bowl, the hips. One more in this direction. on this side of your edge. One more. Inhale, center. Exhale through the nose, feel through the whole body, soften the jaw, the shoulders, the hips. 3 more breaths. And then from here, we're just going to scoot the bottom jaw to the right. And then do center, bottom jaw to the left. And then center. And then inhale, reach the bottom jaw to the right. Exhale through the mouth, keep it here. And then inhale, slide the jaw to the left. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Now inhale, jaw center, lift the shoulders to ears. Exhale through the mouth, shoulders back and down. Inhale, shoulders to ears. Exhale through the mouth, the tongue is soft. One more. Thank you. 3 breaths, feel. Now as we breathe in next, please, hands, heart center, let a single word of intention illuminate your heart, your awareness, a single word. Now we tone this through the whole body, ah at the root, oh at the heart, third eye. 3 rounds, om. Please release your breath. You're right here, right now. Breathe in. Just let any edges dissolve in the echo of sound. 1 more breath. Thank you. Now as we breathe in, we're going to move slowly as we slowly lift our biceps by our ears. A little stir of the fingertips here through space through your fingertips. And exhale, cactus arms squeeze. Same exhale, forearms slide together in front of you. A little bow into your heart, chin toward throat. And we're just going to take that movement a couple of rounds just to feel a little ball and socket, shoulder joint opening. Maybe your head and your neck stirs a bit with this as well. Please, 1 more. We're staying on the soft side of our edges. Thank you. Now this time as we breathe in, we are going to slide our biceps by our ears. 1 more gentle cactus arm squeeze, and the hands come underneath the knees. And we're going to lift the knees toward each other and step our feet wider than our hips. Fingertips to the earth, slightly behind us, maybe palms to the earth. We exhale, knees to the left. Little inner gaze to the right, you can open up your throat. Then inhale, knees center, scoop the tailbone, chin toward throat, little shrug of the shoulders. We take this to the other side. And so just super connected through sensation. We'll continue this movement for a few more rounds. We notice the spine, again, the hydration through the joints. A little stretching of the jaw. Good. Thank you. And now the next time our knees drape over to the left, let's stay there. Inner belly scoops to the left fingertips spin toward the mat behind you, right hand top of the knee. Now broaden the shoulders and then kind of squeeze a little deep through your edge there. And then inhale, soften just a little bit out of the edge. And then exhale, inner belly scoops, maybe a little pulse. Ooh. We've got 2 more breaths. And we're going to drop a gentle whisper hiss sound. One more, please. Now you can stay here or plant that left hand. Buoyant elbow, and then sweep the right bicep over your ear. Scoop the tailbone, lift onto the knees. And then little cactus arm of that right elbow. And then fold that shoulder over the heart, little peek toward the earth behind you. Keep the sit bones lifted. And take that just a couple of breaths here, kind of pulsing the shoulder a little bit. Good. Last one. And then inhale, bring the sit bones to the earth. Exhale, cactus arm with that right elbow, fingertips to the earth behind you. Sweep your knees through center. We're going to take this to the other side. Inner belly scoops, left hand top of that knee, little squeeze. And then inhale, soften out of the squeeze a little bit. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper, and we'll drop that hiss sound through. One more. Now we're planting the right hand, buoyant elbow. Scoop the tailbone, lift onto the shins, the knees. Keep that left bicep over your ear. Little cactus arm, peek to the sky. And then drag the bicep over the ear, peek toward the earth. Take that breath one more round with that body pulse. Beautiful. And then sit bones to the earth. Little cactus arm squeeze. Fingertips to the earth behind you. Knees lift center. Please slide the soles of your feet together pretty far from your pubic bone. Then a little sit bone, walk side to side as you fan one bicep over your ear. A gentle cartwheel through center. And then the other bicep. It's okay if the sit bones lift. And then take that just one more round on each side. Softening the head, the neck. Thank you. And now our next breath in, let's lift center. And as we exhale, gentle cactus arm squeeze, and we'll bring our peace fingers around our big toes. Breathe in, little heart sips forward. And then exhale, a little wiggle of the sit bones as you battle forward. You can use your elbows to kind of press into the shins and knees. Inhale, a wave pulse. Shoulders back and down, heart and throat open. And then give it a just one more. Stay folded forward. Maybe prayer hands wrap around prayer feet. And we give this 3 breaths. I'm going to breathe into the kidneys, the adrenals, maybe a little tiny rocking motion. Good. One more breath. And then take your time. Maybe hands come to the earth as you walk your hands to the left. Reach a little deeper through the right fingertips. Maybe a little wave pulse through the right side body of the spine. And take a little peek over the left shoulder. And then soften inner gaze toward the earth. So there's just a little stirring motion there. Couple more breaths. Thank you. And then just take your time to walk the hands through center, and we'll take that to the other side. We'll reach through the left fingertips, left sit bone to the earth. Perhaps a roll through the spine there, the side body. Maybe press that right hand a little more deliberately to peek over the right shoulder into the earth. Couple more breaths. Thank you. Now let's walk the torso center, drape forward. Full breath in, low back, mid back, upper back. This time it's a one more. We allow ourselves to feel, stay here. And then plug your tailbone toward the earth, belly button draws back. We are going to round up vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale through the nose, shoulders lift to ears. Exhale through the mouth, shoulders roll back and down. One more. And then just soften here, feel. And give it a single puffed O through the whole body. Release your breath. Breathe in. Slide the hands underneath, bring the knees together. And as we make our way onto all fours, just really watch gravity shift through the body. You might choose to have blankets under your knees. I will. And so with our hands spread wide under our shoulders, our knees are under our hips. We're going to stay here in tabletop for a moment, and then a super subtle stir of the tailbone. And then see if that little stir starts to translate through a little tailbone in each vertebrae, and let it circulate the base of your skull, right? The brain stem, connection through the ears. And then switch directions at the tailbone, do a little stir. And this coccyx, it's made of bone, but it's also very malleable, connecting us to our more primordial anatomy. Whole spine, brain stem, the jaw is soft, vital. The toes are tucked here. Now breathing in, we'll come into a traditional cow stretch. Go into your edge, but then just shy, and then exhale, cat stretch. Scoop the tailbone round through the back body, press into your edge. But then notice the softness as you kind of transition through cat-cow. Now a little organic extension. And then feel how that draws you deeper inside. And let's take that one more round. Thank you. And then as we breathe in next, we're just going to slide to a neutral spine and step the left palm under our sternum. We're going to circle the right fingertips toward the front wall, reach. And then a big backstroke. So we reach to the sky and then reach behind you and then let those right fingertips graze the earth under your shoulder. Take that one more round of breath, a little lean back in the heart. Beautiful. Now the next time that right arm lifts to the sky, stay there. And as you exhale, cactus arm squeeze, heart. Breathe in. And then exhale, string the right arm all the way underneath the left arm. Come to your outer shoulder and the side of your head, and then walk your left fingertips to the front of your mat. And there's a subtle wag of the hips to the right, to the left. Now press the knees evenly, traction through the tailbone, relax the jaw, and then drop in 3 breaths here with that gentle hiss sound. Take it all the way to the end of the sound and keep exhaling. 2 more. Now, if it feels all right, cartwheel your left arm to the sky, left palm to the earth in front of your face. And it's almost like a soft cat stretch as you unstring the right arm, reach the right arm back to the sky, gaze to the thumb, backstroke the right arm, and then bring the right hand to the earth under your shoulder. Now we're going to switch it up a little bit. So breathe in, cow stretch. Breathe out, lift the knees. Press the belly to the thighs. Then straighten the knees and come to downward dog. Now stay here. Bend your right knee pretty deep. Press your left heel in your left hand. And now bend your left knee pretty deep. And press your right heel into your right hand. Little cross currents there. Now continue to pedal this out with full participation. Let this be the only thing that's happening, and be in the happenings of you. And if you want, that bent knee leg, you can roll to the toenail side of that foot just to check out a different sort of metatarsal stretch. And then your next inhale, start to slide into your full expression, down dog, stay there, exhale. And notice this natural kind of refinement, right? Full breath in. Give it a gentle shh. Right? Watch how fibers rearrange to accommodate breath. 2 more breaths. One more. Thank you. Now breathe in. Please lift your heels. Bring your knees to the earth. Neutral spine as we step the right palm under our sternum, forward and elbow. Circle the left fingertips toward the front wall and then a big cartwheel of that arm to the sky, peek to the thumb behind you. And then let those fingertips just graze the earth. One more breath carries the movement. And the next time that left arm lifts to the sky, we'll give it a soft cactus arm squeeze. And then string that left arm under the right armpit. Outer shoulder, side of your head, maybe a block under your head. Walk your right fingertips toward the front of your mat. Scoot the hips to the left, to the right. Now press the knees evenly. There, feel that traction in cubic bone, jaw, soft. Full breath in. You can even kind of pop it out a little bit. Move in energy. One more. And stay here in silence. Sweet
cradle, look down. If it's available, reach the right arm to the sky, maybe a little roll of the wrist. Right hand to the earth in front of your face. And again, maybe a little scoop of the tailbone, a soft cat stretch as you reach that left arm to the sky. Peek to the thumb as you backstroke the arm. And then bring that left hand to the earth under your shoulder. Breathe in, cow stretch. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Now from here, bring the big toes to touch and breathe in, reach the little right toes to the sky. Breathe out, right knee to nose, puff up the back of the heart, shoulders over wrist. Take that movement one more round of breath. Knee to nose. Now inhale, three-legged dog. Press a little beyond the toes. And then exhale, big old step through to lunge. Now this is where those blankets can be really nice underneath the left knee. We're going to bring the left knee to the blanket or the earth. Or it's, well, you know what I mean. The earth is there. And then just stack the hands on the right knee. Press the right foot and then just do a little kind of rocking motion here and softening. So we come a little bit out of the edge, maybe a tiny scoop of the tailbone. And then you kind of dip in, let the head and the neck be soft. One more little pulse there. Fingertips straight outer hips. Now breathe in. We're going to start to backstroke one arm at a time. You can continue to pulse the hips, heart. And take that one more round. Thank you. And then we're just going to reach the right fingertips toward the earth next to us, left fingertips to the sky. Big old breath in. And then maybe the right fingertips touch a block, the earth, and you fan those left ribs open. Another inhale. And then exhale, cartwheel that left forearm in front of the right shin. Left hand to the earth, right hand to the earth, outer right foot. Now breathe in, step your heart forward, and then breathe out. Pivot over the left knee and straighten your right leg, Ardha Hanumanasana. Now we're going to flow with that one round. Seal the right foot, bend the knee, a little dip into the hip flexor, and then straighten that front knee. Now stay here for a moment. We're going to step the right hand to the earth, outer shin. Reach the left fingertips around the ball of your right foot. Now micro bend the right knee and puff into the kidneys. There's a little plugging of your tailbone toward the earth. And then as you straighten the knee, feel the traction into the spine and a light broadening of the sit bones. Anchor the heel and then continue that little pulse for a few rounds of breath. Feel free to drop in a hiss or an ocean exhale or maybe a silence. One more breath here. Hands to the earth. Seal the right foot. Bend the right knee. Walk the hands to the inside of the right foot and heel to the right foot out just a bit. Step your hands shoulder distance apart. Now breathe in, lift the left knee. Press through the left heel, and then from here, reach your right fingertips toward the front wall. And then as you cartwheel the right arm to the sky, maybe you straighten your right knee. So just opposite. Yeah, there you go. And then backstroke the right arm. Bend the right knee, and then circle those right fingertips toward the earth, outer right foot. Flow with it. It's like a big water wheel. Straighten the right knee, cartwheel the arm, backstroke. Now the next time the right arm lifts to the sky, stay here. The back heel will hover, no problem. Pull the right pubic bone back and crawl the shoulders away from your ears. Now breathe in, press through a little organic extension, but then exhale, soften something somewhere. Another breath. then backstroke that right arm. Bend the right knee, bring the right hand to the earth under your shoulder. Stick with me here. We're gonna spin the left heel parallel to the back of your mat. Walk the hands a little bit to the left. You can use blocks under your hands. Slowly straighten your right knee and bend your left knee. And then a little pulse of the left pubic bone, tailbone behind you. Then as you slowly straighten the left knee, can you kind of puff into your mid-back and then straighten the right knee. And just explore that movement, side to side, a little circling through the belly. Breath, maybe the head kind of rolls with that a little bit. Water body stirring through earth body. Just explore a couple more little pulses there. Beautiful. Now keep the right knee straight for a moment, bend the left knee, and then a little rocking of the sit bones behind you. And then slowly straighten the left knee, plug the tailbone toward the earth, puff through the mid-back, and then bend the right knee. And then pull the right sit bone, a little bit of a rocking motion there. Yeah. Relax the ears. Now stay here as you walk your hands toward the inner right foot. Pivot on the ball of your left foot, and then ease your left knee back to the earth. You can stay here. Or maybe the forearms come to the earth or a block. And then roll to the outer right foot. And then maybe you just rest the right forearm on the inner knee. Right shoulder roll back and down. Inhale through the nose, right shoulder to the ear. Exhale through the mouth, shoulder rolls back and down. A couple more breaths here in whatever way works for you. And then we're just going to walk our hands down to the earth. Thank you for your willingness to explore. And then from here, the right foot is just going to drag back to meet the left. Knees together as we bring our sit bones to our heels, and then let your forehead either rest on the earth or a block. And then a gentle rocking motion on the forehead side to side. Third eye relaxes. Now stillness, please. It's a full breath in. Relax your jaw. Yeah, a couple more breaths here. Between our hands, we'll scoop of the tailbone and then lift onto all fours. Scoop the tailbone, chin toward throat. Now cat stretch. Walk your hands 2 hand distances forward. Keep scooping the tailbone and then come into this version of upward facing dog. You just kind of work that out in your bodies. And then as we exhale, we'll pivot over the knees, we'll tuck our toes. And we'll come to downward facing dog. Big toes to touch. Now land it. Feel into a couple of breaths. Good. Now the next breath in, we lift our left toes to the sky. We breathe out, left knee to nose, up through the back of your heart. One more just like that. Good. Now reach the leg to the sky, peek between your hands, and it is a big step through to lunge. Now we ease our right knee to the earth. Ooh. You can stack your hands on the left knee, and then there's that gentle kind of pulse through the hips. Little rocking motion, little shoulder roll. And eventually release your hands, outer hips, and we'll start to backstroke one arm at a time. Breath. Opening from the inside. And then eventually, right, the left fingertips reach toward the earth, maybe all the way on the earth or a block. Right fingertips to the sky. Fan those ribs open there. Give it a breath. So we're fanning toward the plant wall. So that hand to the earth, opposite arm to the sky. Yeah. Breath in. And then exhale, cartwheel the right forearm in front of the left shin. Fingertips to the earth. Inhale, heart sits center. Now pivot over your right knee, straighten your left leg, Ardha Hanumanasana. We're going to flow with it one round. Inhale, lunge. You got it. Exhale, Ardha Hanumanasana. So make sure that your right hip is over your right knee. So you might need to scoot your left heel forward a little bit. Anchor the left heel. Left hand to the earth, outer shin. Bend the left knee as you anchor the heel. Reach your right fingertips toward the front of your mat or wrap the right hand around the ball of the left foot. Then as you straighten the left knee, there's a little traction in through the spine. Inhale, micro bend the left knee. Plug the tailbone toward the earth. It's almost like a micro cat stretch. And then exhale, lengthening, tractioning. Two more breaths. Now hands to the earth again. You can have your blocks there. Point the left toes. Bend the left knee. Walk the hands to the inside of the left foot and heel to the left foot out just a bit. Hands are shoulder distance apart. You can stay here or lift the right knee. And then reach the left fingertips toward the front wall. And as you cartwheel that arm to the sky, straighten the left knee, fingertips behind you. And then bend that knee as those fingertips graze toward the earth. And we take that movement one more round. Lean back into the heart. Beautiful. Now the next time you straighten your left knee, left arm to the sky. So it's kind of like a reverse triangle, but that back heel is hovering a little bit. Shoulders back and down. The left palm faces the same direction as your face. Give it a couple of breaths. Any little micro movements. Backstroke the left arm. Bend that left knee, left hand to the earth, inner left foot, and then ease your right knee back to the earth. You can stay here or maybe forearms to the earth or your blocks. Maybe roll onto the outer left foot. Maybe you just drape that left forearm, inner thighs. Casual. Maybe that left shoulder lifts to your ear, breath in, shoulder back and down, exhale through the mouth. Couple more breaths. One more. We're just going to bring the hands to the earth as we lift a little out of the right hip flexor, sole of the left foot. We will drag the left foot back to meet the right, but this time, if it's comfortable, step the knees as wide as your mat, big toes together. And then slide your sit bones to your heels, but stick with me here for just a moment. Slide your hands about a hand distance in front of your knees. Sit bones at the heels, and then if there's space, a little pelvic bowl stir. So the belly expands, you kind of open through the heart and throat, and scoop and squeeze. Beautiful, and then switch directions. The elbows might be straight and then bend a little bit. Good. let's kind of pull the pubic bone back. It's almost like an upward facing dog with the torso. And then slide the hands forward, and we'll bring our forehead to the earth. Belly just nestles between our thighs, and we just really give ourselves into the support that's right here. Full breath in. With the pursed lips, exhale like you're blowing through a really skinny straw. Just operate a couple more breaths. Silence for a breath. And then from here, as comfortable, keep your sit bones at your heels, and we're going to round up vertebrae by vertebrae. If that's not comfortable, just drop on the one hip. Shoulders back and down, and then just hang out here for a moment and let that energy settle. And then we're just going to move our blankets aside, and I'll drop on the one hip. I'm going to show you what we're up to next. So let me see, I think it's easiest if I show here. So we're going to use a block. We're going to come onto our side, and so just watch first. It's a little tricky to describe this. We're going to have that block right behind our ear, that little crescent of our ear. Right above it, and a little bit, well, actually just above the crescent, that's how it is. And then we're here in this like sweet little alligator arm position. We're gonna move slowly. As we breathe in, that left hand, the top hand's gonna drag on the earth as much as possible. It's okay if it floats. And then we're rolling the back of the head on that block, and we're just gonna kind of slide into this twist. But we're just gonna work here. Let me rephrase that. We're just gonna explore here in this way for a few rounds, and then slide back center. And this is holy wow for the neck, the lymphatic system, that shoulder. I'm moving a little faster than what I'm gonna invite you all into. We're just gonna set that up. So the block, you gotta have enough space on that block to eventually roll. So let's all be on our right shoulder with the left hand on top. Good, good. And just settle in for a breath or two. I'm gonna join you so I can keep my rights and lefts. And then as you're ready, you just start to drag that left hand on the earth, bicep to cartwheels over your ear. And we're just gonna slide the shoulder open, a little peek over the left shoulder. In a zero hurry, slide that bicep back over the ear, and just slide back into alligator arms, and just take that motion. 3 more rounds of breath. The inhale is the movement, and then the exhale is the softening, releasing. Two more. And then the next time that left arm takes you into that twist, stay here, stay here. With a full breath in. Full breath out. Good. Couple more breaths. And then from here, just kind of move the block a little if need be. We're just going to lift the left knee up toward the ceiling. And then we're just going to let that left knee pull the right knee toward it. We roll over the sacrum, and then we take this all the way over to the other side. That right arm cartwheels over the ear. And then if we need to, if we shift the block a little bit, we do so. So the block is just like we're right at the edge of the block here. Trying to explain this gracefully here, and then when you're ready, that right arm kind of cartwheels over the ear. We roll over the block, the right arm out next to you, you know it. Yeah. And then just explore that for a few rounds of breath. And you can elevate your arms. And then we're slowly cartwheeling over the ear, rolling the head onto the block. And then we're cartwheeling back over the ears. Down. Just take that a couple more rounds of breath. Beautiful. And then when you're ready, just keep that right arm kind of open beside you. Relax the shoulders to the earth, the jaw. Breath in, breath out. Beautiful. Couple more. Thank you. And now this time, we're going to keep our feet on the earth. We're going to lift our knees center and then just roll the occiput to the block, and you can straighten the hips out a little bit, the shoulders. And then bring that block pretty square underneath the base of your skull and heel toe your feet a tiny bit wider than your sit bones. Let the shoulders relax, and this is so subtle, but press the back of your head into the block. And then just a slow motion roll to the right. Maybe a little circling of the nose as the inner gaze is to the right. And then softly kind of press the head, come through center, and then inner gaze to the left. And a little stir of the nose. And just take that in your own way, a few more rounds, and just let that be this really sweet massage along the base of the neck. There's so many pressure points right along the base of the skull, and then the atlas, the cervical spine gets that unwind. More restoration today in these like high summer days. And then if you want, you can bring your arms more in a cactus arm position if they're not already. And then you can start to windshield wiper your knees in the opposite direction of your inner gaze. And just explore that for a few more rounds of breath, please. And then the next time, the knees windshield wiper over to the left. Stay there. Inner gaze right. And then there's a little bit of a kind of pouring of the right sit bone toward the earth. You can sort of inchworm that, a little pulse, maybe a tiny circle through the nose, ear. The pubic bone can kind of pulse toward the earth. The inner right knee does a little press and then soften. And we're going to drop a tone in here. It goes. One more. And just relax everything. We notice for 3 rounds of breath. Thank you. We sweep through center, inner gaze center. And we're going to take that to the other side. Pulsing the inner left knee toward the earth and softening, again, the pubic bone, tailbone, the jaw. A little circling of the nose. Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Roll the shoulder down a little bit. And these little micro stirs start to unhook the deeper tensions. And now stillness, 3 rounds with that vibration. Just notice. Let our knees center, heel toe your feet directly behind your sit bones. Slide one hand behind your head and use that hand to hug the chin to your throat. Keep it there, remove the block. Keep your chin to your throat. Interlace your hands behind your head so your elbows are hugging your ears. Press the feet, a little scoop of the tailbone, and then maybe a little kind of shimmy of the tailbone. And then go ahead and release the tailbone and then slide, keep the chin to your throat and slide the hands off the side of your head. Ooh. Now press your elbows into the earth, outer waist, fingertips face the ceiling. Press the back of your head gently, scoop the tailbone and round up vertebrae by vertebrae. Plug the elbows into the earth and start to walk the elbows toward each other. Lift as high on the shoulders as what's comfortable. And then maybe interlace your hands under your sacrum.
So we're coming to the supported bridge pose. Yeah. Now the block is no longer underneath your head. Yeah, sorry that was not clear. Head is pressing into the earth. Good, good. Now give it a deep breath in and a full breath out. Yeah, a couple more breaths here. Let the belly open, open, open. Hey, one more breath.
Another breath in, please. And then exhale, release one shoulder at a time, vertebrae by vertebrae. All the way down. Bring the soles of your feet together. Just let your knees splay open. You can rest your hands on the little hip groove there, just around your hip bones. Please, a full breath in. Into the third eye, the whole body. Two more. stay here or draw the inner knees toward each other. If there's any final movements here that'll have you feel comfortable, just move into that now. And then we are going to come right into Shavasana, our final relaxation. We won't be here for too long, as the whole class was somewhat of a Shavasana. So settling here and just going to drop into sort of a Nidra-esque. As you feel a full breath in, just take it all the way to the top. Hold, hold. And then open up, exhale. One more just like this. Relax, release, go. Just really allow yourself to linger in this place of open attention. So you can really be in witness of this deep calibration as earth body gives itself to earth body. Water body merges through water body. Fire, air, the space inside of you, the space all around you, effortlessly receiving. Underneath sensation and between sound, soften here. As we breathe in, we remember our intention. And as we breathe out, we sense, imagine, and feel that intention through our whole body. We honor that this body breathes. This body has weight. This body has a beginning and it has an end. And we connect with that part of us that has no beginning and it has no end. That simply witnesses the happening through embodiment. Connected here through our essential nature. We notice little stirs now, fingers and toes. Just with reverence, the head sways side to side. Bend your knees and make your way to one side. Just notice what it feels like as you come to a seated position. As we breathe in through the nose, we lift our shoulders to our ears. And we breathe out through the mouth, shoulders back and down. 2 more, just like that. Soften here, your baseline now. As we float the palms together, heart centered. Let's just join together in a single silent Om, silently. As if we were doing this audibly, but in silence with our mind, we'll seal our practice. Please release your breath. Let's breathe in. Start to blink your eyes open and let them be a little blurry at first. Light inside, the light all around. And our practice is complete. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you all so much. Presence, prayers, your breath. Thanks for your willingness to explore the mysteries of existence. Have a beautiful rest of your day. So good to meet you.